Spider-Man is being intently looked forward to by every PS4 owner. The PS4 exclusive featuring the web slinger will be released in the latter half of 2018, September 7th to be exact. So far there has been some reveals, but along the way a lot has been kept hidden as well. Hey folks, this is Mahanawaz from SegmentNext, and if you're still not sure if Spider-Man is up your alley, then here's 20 things you must know before you buy and play the game. Not tied to MCU. This may come as a surprise to some, since there were speculations that Spider-Man for PS4 might be connected to MCU somehow, as the game was announced only a month after Tom Holland wore the suit in Captain America Civil War. However, that's not the case. Marvel is giving Insomniac the freedom to tell an all-new story about Peter Parker's life as a hero. Although, Polygon reports that this version of Spider-Man will be integrated into the comics continuity in the upcoming Spider-Geddon event, which is a follow-up to 2014's popular Spider-Verse storyline. Big villains. Spider-Man PS4 will feature the likes of Norman Osborn, Mr. Negative, Kingpin, Shocker, Electro, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, and Taskmaster. And those are only the ones we know about right now. The story itself revolves around a new gang called the Inner Demons moving into Kingpin's territory after he's been deposed by Spider-Man. What the Inner Demons' plans are for the city has yet to be revealed, so it looks like we'll have to wait to play the game for the full story. It should be noted that Insomniac said that the story is completely original and not based off of any pre-existing story. Immense world. According to Insomniac, the scale of the world featured in Spider-Man is immense and is significantly larger than any game that Insomniac has ever created before. The content generated for the gameplay is also unique, so that every alley and even every rooftop you land on has a different vibe and flavor. The world is encapsulating New York City with realistic recreations of iconic buildings like the Empire State Building, Chinatown, and Manhattan Bridge. And where there's such an immense world, one question comes to mind that we answer now. Webs will attach to real points. In any interview that Insomniac reps have given regarding Spider-Man for PS4, they've put a lot of stress on getting the same feel of web slinging that was mastered by the 2004 PS2 title Spider-Man 2. Chasing that dragon has been hard, but Insomniac Games is adamant to get it done right. And to reach that authenticity, semi-realistic physics is key. The web slinger's momentum needs to be dictated by how the player swings and when to let go of their webbing, and movement needs to be fast, fluid, and non-stop, and of course webs need to attach to real points in the world, cause to quote what the creative director of the game said to Game Informer, the web better stick to buildings if the game is to be sold at all. But before we continue further, how about you subscribe to SegmentNext and hit that bell icon so you won't miss out on all the videos on the latest gaming news and reviews. More web mechanics. The web swinging mechanics couldn't be simpler. A hold of R2 will see Spider-Man do a standard swing, and releasing the button lets go of the current web. You can also press X to do a web dash, which Spidey will shoot straight and zip towards for faster movement. The dash is great for making tight turns in chase scenes, or if you simply want to get to your destination faster. More impressive still is the intelligent lock-on system. A reticule will display where your web will fire at the time you press the button. As you fall through the sky, the reticule will change target to find the nearest and smartest thing to aim for. Mature Peter Parker. The game isn't going to be an origin story of how Peter Parker and Spider-Man came to be one, but instead, it will feature a rather mature Peter Parker. He's a 23-year-old college graduate with a job who's trying to juggle his normal life with a fast-paced web-slinger hero life. Considering that this is Insomniac's original story, we're excited to see what personality traits Peter Parker will have. On that note, it's been reported for now that Peter Parker won't be a playable character, but he will feature in cutscenes only. Other potential playable character. According to reports, Spider-Man's on-again, off-again girlfriend, Mary Jane Watson, will also be playable. How Mary Jane missions will shape up still haven't been revealed yet, but creative director Brian Intihar says she'll be something of an investigative reporter. According to him, Mary Jane's going to surprise a lot of people in this game. There might be one more playable character too, which is Miles Morales. The game's E3 2017 trailer revealed a fan favorite Miles Morales. He hasn't appeared in the MCU, but in the comics, he takes on the role of a second, younger Spider-Man who's originally from an alternative universe. Insomniac hasn't revealed if he's going to be playable in the final game or if this is just a fun Easter egg. According to marketing at E3, Miles will have a knack for robotics too, suggesting he plays a key role in the story. Either way, his presence in the trailer is definitely intriguing. Silver Sable is featured. Silver Sable is featured, although supposedly as a hired gun for Norman Osborn, who is the mayor of New York City. Both Black Cat and Silver Sable have history with Spider-Man in canon, and both also have been opposing and supporting forces throughout the history of the character. Avengers might assemble. Looking carefully at in-game footage of Spider-Man swinging through Manhattan, and you might spot Avengers Tower in the background. On its own, that might just be a sly nod to the rest of the Marvel Comics universe, but at E3, there were other hints. Specifically, a display featuring a prop newspaper had real estate advertisements for the property that holds the Avengers mansion in the comics. There's also reference to Daredevil's law firm. There are also reportedly cameos or references from the Avengers and Daredevil. Black Cat is also set to make an appearance, but it's uncertain right now whether she's a friend or foe. Some major MCU characters will be missing. Despite containing evidence of all manner of other Marvel characters, it seems that the game won't include any sign of the Fantastic Four. When recently asked on Twitter about the potential appearance of the Baxter Building, which is the group's New York headquarters, Insomniac creative director stated that it will not be present. Given the confirmed appearance of major Marvel landmarks such as the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Wakandan Embassy, that's one heck of an omission. Although it's all speculation at the moment, the most likely reason for the building's non-appearance would seem to be the ongoing clash between Marvel and Fox in regard to which character rights are in the possession of each company. Sandbox combat. The combat in the game is super fluid and heavily based on the agility and acrobatics that our webbed hero is capable of. There will be sequences where a ton of enemies just run at you from all directions, but you improvise on how to beat them. So it's all in your control. Use the environment to trap and stop enemies, use the web action to lift the enemies off the ground, and then do some cool moves while in the air. The combat is heavily aerial. What's really awesome about that combat is that as this version of Spider-Man is more experienced, it's also shown in his combat style. Also, the smart aim system also applies in combat. Rather than adding more buttons to the mix for the player to push, the nearest enemy to you will get a white outline indicating that this is the next person in for a beating when you press an attack. Web tech. On top of attack, web attack, dodge, and jump, Spidey's suit is kitted out with plenty of web tech. He has a web bomb, a web mine, as well as the standard shoot all the web at someone until they can't move trick. Each is accessible by pressing L1 and selecting from a weapon wheel. Your suit will heal you. Also, when your health gets too low, holding X slows the game down to a focus, and pressing down on the D-pad allows your suit to heal you. It's a very high-tech suit that one might assume was a gift to Spider-Man from Tony Stark, but this hasn't been confirmed as yet. Side quests. Along the main storyline, there are side quests of a basic fetch quest nature where you collect rucksacks webbed onto walls, and also some quests where you're completing scientific investigations for Harry Osborn. These are also broken up with random pop-ups of crimes occurring throughout the city. So while nipping off to collect a backpack, you can stop armed robberies and bank heists in progress too. No hard QTE. The combat is where the QTEs come in, but don't worry, this isn't indicative of the final game, and there's going to be plenty of freedom. There will only be a few seconds worth of quick-time events in the combat, while the rest of the time, you'll be in control of the combat and traversal. The QTEs of the E3 trailer were just there to deliver some bang for the end of Sony's conference, and the majority of the game will be all about choice. Photo mode. Peter Parker's day job has made the transition to an in-game photo mode, letting you compose carefully crafted pictures of the wall crawler in action or stop and take a selfie with a civilian. It's going to be fun to craft unique photos and see what fans come up with. Limited Edition Bundle. By now, you probably already know that Spider-Man PS4 is a PS4 exclusive. However, just recently it was revealed that there is a limited edition PS4 bundle to be released alongside the game. The bundle features a red PS4, which Sony is apparently calling Amazing Red, with a red controller. The PS4 has a huge white spider logo on it, and it comes with a physical copy of the game along with DLC vouchers. Pre-orders for the limited edition bundle start at $3.99 US, so start saving if you already haven't. 3 new editions. There are 3 different editions of the game, each varying in content and price. The standard edition is listed at $59.99 and is available for both retail and digital. The standard edition features the Spider-Man PS4 game, but upgrading to the digital deluxe edition for $79.99 will get you a copy of the game as well as access to post-launch DLC in the Marvel Spider-Man: The City That Never Sleeps series. The DLC includes new missions, new villains, and new suits as well. More details have yet to be revealed, but the deluxe digital edition also comes with a collectible pin. As for the third edition, Collector's Edition. The last edition is the Collector's Edition, priced at $149.99, and with it comes everything in the Digital Deluxe Edition, along with a steelbook case featuring exclusive art from Titan Books and a Spider-Man statue from Gentle Giant. There are also pre-order bonuses available regardless of which edition you buy. By pre-ordering, you can grab everything from the Spidey suit pack to extra skill points to use in-game. There are plenty of bonuses for fans. So far, the Spidey suit pack includes Spider-Punk, Iron Spider, inspired by Marvel Studios' Infinity War, and an original Velocity suit created by Adi Granov that is also rumored to include a speed boost. And that's all the things you must know before you buy and play Spider-Man for PS4. Tell us which feature are you more excited for. If you enjoyed this video, then do leave a like and subscribe to SegmentNext for more. Until next time.